What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're watching this video, you probably done seen the first video. If not, I'm going to drop a card up here where you can go see the first video of exactly what we're working on. But if you've done seen that video, and that's why you're here on this video, you can tell that I got the same shirt on because it's the same exact night. We're going to be working throughout the night on this. Probably a 3-part video, maybe 4, not for sure. But we're going to show you what we got now. We got the bike off the triangle stand and we got it up onto a regular stand, and we started taking some of the stuff apart. So we'll flip you around here and let you show and let you see what I've done took apart on it. Alright guys, here we go. If you done seen the first video, like I said, you would know what we're working on. Let me turn it around this way. It'll probably mess you up on the video, but it'll be alright. For those that hasn't watched the first video, what we're working on is a 2006 CR250. CRF250, sorry. And the bars still look bent down to me, but it may just be messing with my head. They look bent down, not sure. But I went ahead and threw the clutch lever on just to see if it would work right. I ain't got the hot start on yet because we'll be taking that back apart. The front steering on this dude is like, she is, Lord have mercy, so tight. Oh, excuse me. So I'm gonna be blowing apart the front end to see the bearings. I might get away with re-greasing them, not for sure. But the lower linkage I've found out is a little bit warped, not warped, but a little bit wonky, a little bit. It needs some bearings, link bearings. The chain is the best looking chain you've ever seen. That's 100% mint factory. Looks good. The carburetor, look at that junk in there. That's not what you want to see. Not what you want to see in that carburetor. She's been setting for a while. So chances are that carburetor is going to be so gummed up inside. The jets and everything are going to be horrible. But getting back at the bike, guys, we got the subframe took off. I done got the little cap here so we can get the timing right set up on it. In the first video, if you watched it, you done seen I done had this apart. But we're slowly blowing apart the bike. This is the crossover pipe. There's the cans there. So we're slowly pulling it apart. So the next step will be is I'm going to get the bike at top dead center, and I'm going to check the valve clearance again. You got 2 intakes right here and your 2 exhausts right here. We'll be checking those with the filler gauge and checking the specs on those, but we're going to have to get the thing up at top dead, the cam, the piston, everything up at top dead center. I'm pretty close where it's at, but I think I need to go over just a little bit more. And how you do that is you can turn it over the kickstart, or you can throw you a Allen wrench right in that hole, and you'll be see that little arrow right there. Which, if y'all know, if you've worked on bikes and junk, you know. But this little arrow here, there's a dial in there that you want to get at. And we'll show you that right now real quick. Oh, I ain't got the right size Allen. Let me pour out my bag of Allens here. Let me try to get that. Hey-ya! I ain't got the box sitting on the stand in the right spot. Oh, she's on the compression. Might have to use the Kickstarter real quick. Try to get it. Oh, too far. Too far. What we'll do is we'll get that up there and I'll show it back. Show it to you. Alright guys. There's the little dot you can see in there on that cam gear. Or the gear, not a cam gear. And then the arrow, it's lined up. And then what you want to look at here is you see the intake valves, the lobes. Sorry, there you go. The lobes are kind of pointing back and they're up off of the thing. That's what you want to see on that. Then you whip around over here to the cam, the gear. And I don't know if you can see that little mark right there on it, right there. And then there's another mark if you move the pipe there out of the way. That mark, you see there, it's level with the top of this head, level with the top of that head. So she is surprisingly in time. The 450 that I bought it was in time, but then I had a YZ250F, and it was out of time. So that's good to see. So she means that she's not too bad out. Now we'll check the clearance. I'm wanting to say the exhaust is 11 plus or minus 1, and I'm wanting to say the intake is 6 plus or minus 1, but I'm not 100 on that. I'll have to check it up in the book, and then we'll go from there, guys. Alright guys, we got the valve clearance marked down, but before I show you that, I went ahead and took the carburetor off, and that's what's come out of it. Look at this. Man, that is not good. Look here in the plug. Good gravy. Alright, here's the clearances after we got to solve that beautiful mess. Let me just throw this little note in real quick. I bought the YZ250 a few months back. You didn't see that on video, but I bought it out of a storage unit that had been sitting for a while, and the carburetor wasn't that bad. So this bike has been sitting for a while, let me tell you. But here's the exhaust, and this is how I write it down. Put the exhaust, the arrow forward, then the intake. If you look at it, this is the clearance for the exhaust, plus or minus, and this is the intake. I said it was 6, but it was actually 5. This one here is actually still in spec, you know, 0 plus or minus 1. This one is out of spec, so we're gonna have to change that one. And then this one is double out of spec. This one's just a little bit out of spec, but they're all out of spec other than this one, the left side intake. So that's what we're gonna have to be doing. This is the formula: A equals B minus C plus D to get the thing. And when we get the valves out, we'll check them with the mic or whatever you call it, and see what the valve is that's in it, and that's what we'll do the formula with. The valve, the shim that we need is this one. So whatever B minus C plus D is what we're going to get, and you can kind of look that up in your owner's manual. I'll kind of show you, or try to show you, but that's the situation so far. We got the, like I said, the carburetor off, and it's rough looking. Look down in there at those valves. Son, she's had some treated nice, the guy said. Best bike in the world. She's gonna need some love, but I'm gonna give it to her. We're gonna get her running again, and we're gonna be ripping it. But we'll go ahead and start taking the cam and everything out and go from there. Alright guys, I went ahead and went a little bit further than we was. I got the side plate off where we can get working on the water pump. But the clutch basket has got some grooving, as you can see. It's not terribly bad. I've seen worse. So we're good there. But look at this. Look at the piston. I mean, you thought the freaking carburetor was bad. They've been running this son of a gun, looks like, without an air filter for a while, man. And then it's, you know, had the blowed head gasket, which I figured was wrong with it instead of the water pump. But boys, she's looking rough. Hopefully we'll get it. I don't know why that's chewed up. I don't know if the counterbalance, these got a counterbalance like a 450. I don't know. Anyways guys, that is going to be it for this video. Please come back for the third and final video. We'll be tearing this on down and putting her back together. Guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Woo, Honda.